Hello. Figured I'd put some text this time, so there's at least something. People tend to get confused when it's just black. How are ye? Welcome back, legend. Welcome back. Yeah. Excuse me. I just wasn't feeling like I could put on a stream of any value this evening. As does sometimes happen. Sometimes I just gotta tap out. I feel like it's been happening maybe a little too much lately, and I'm sorry for that. I would think a plugin would probably need pretty regular maintaining, right? The problem is that you are a parasite on the side of a larger lumbering entity that's constantly shifting and changing. So if you stop maintaining your little plugin, probably won't be long before it doesn't work anymore. So I see we were having a fun time in chat before I got here. uh, I love how the conversations you can't get away with talking about shit that's going on without getting auto modded anymore. Mm. Well, you know, I can understand that. It can be fairly excessive to, you know, moan about it in this chat here. There's a reason why a lot of other streamers don't really want to get into it, because it's just brings everything down, and it's, shit's already down anyway. So do we have to rub our faces in it everywhere that we are? And I think for some it's a less, I don't know. Some of us were already at the station that some people are maybe now arriving at, if that makes sense. And I think one of those things is more emotionally distressing than the other, if that makes sense.
Nothing bad has happened.
Oh, something bad just happened.
Cone. Yes, you can. How you doing, Cone? Trying. Just trying, yeah. I feel like you should be a VIP. Why are you not a VIP? What is up with that? That's weird. There's no way that at no point did I VIP you in the past. That's wild. I just put some text on screen because normally when I go live with a black screen, people are like, am I supposed to be seeing a black screen? So at least there's something. And I also just put the name of what everybody says when there's just a black screen, and here we are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nice, Sif. Yeah. I don't think that, like, I don't know. We have a pit in the Discord for those of us who are, you know, the way we are. We have a pit to wriggle around in. And we should probably keep the wriggling in there for the sake of other people. Yeah. I mean, this is a little different, I guess, is what I'm saying, compared to the usual. Sometimes I will gripe and we'll have some gripes on stream. But I think this particular moment is it's heftier than normal. I just have not I don't know, food. I haven't made a new theme. I used to have more time to do stuff like that, and now I feel like I never have time for anything. So I guess just be glad that I just show up here every day and visually you're gonna get what you get. Your pit has reached capacity. How's the new computer going for you? It looked pretty baller. Yeah. Yeah, that would definitely that's the kind of thing that'll knock you on your ass. Pretty heartwarming stuff. How's the fam doing? I assume your clone is coming along well. Yeah. I love New Computer Day. New Computer Day is a great day. Well, if it all goes well. If it posts, it's a good day. Well, I'm sorry to everybody, I guess. I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to say about anything. The bean is beaning successfully. Nice. We learned getting cars all the way around the Hot Wheels track on our own. What more does one need? Yeah, nice. If only that was all we needed. Ooh, that's a big day. That's a big day. Gonna try to do some snow angels, maybe. That's always, I feel like that's the first thing you can really do, especially when you're that small. I would imagine making a snowman's probably a little bit out of reach, but maybe with mom and dad's help, could be possible. If you can get a Hot Wheel car around the track, you can roll a snowball, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not so bad if you have the full snow gear, you know. Gosh, thinking about stuff I haven't thought about in forever. As an adult, I have never had full snow gear. Not like when I was a kid. Like the kind of the get up where you can barely move. Your kids always look really funny when they're wearing the full snow gear because they're forced to T-pose and like waddle around. I actually loved that though when I was a kid. I loved the whole snow. Yeah, it is the best because you can go out and you're impervious to snow. You can roll around in the snow and you don't get all wet and cold. I mean, you can if you if you're really persistent, I guess. Cool song, food. I've been wearing shorts and t-shirts in the snow, in the snow. Yeah, you can just run into shit because you're like fully protected. You're in like stunt stunt man gear kind of. You can throw yourself into a pile of snow. You're fine. I don't even remember recess in the winter. I feel like anytime there was significant snow, we had a snow day. I used to like building snow caves and then go inside the snow cave and then just be outside hidden in the snow cave. Just in the snow cave, cold, probably eat some snow. Yeah, yeah, they do look like the Michelin Man. Never had recess ever? I don't know even what to say to that one. Yeah, I suppose if you were homeschooled, you would never have recess, right? That's just going outside the house. I'm doing dumb stuff. I gathered up all of my Raspberry Pis. I'm just installing Ubuntu server on them. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe, Nin, maybe. Maybe. Definitely for playing around with stuff like that, for sure. I'm not really a voice assistant user, but I guess I never had one. Initially, what I was thinking was that I wanted to have some like local test deployment type stuff for uh, personal web dev project things. Which seemed like it could be pretty useful. Oh no, they changed the voice? Did they make it bad? That sounds like they made it better. I also have this little mini computer here I'm thinking about putting Ubuntu on. But I don't know what happened to it. It was the mini computer I got for the Stream Stick setup. And it initially had Windows on it, and then it just stopped reliably working, and I haven't determined why. I think maybe it overheated, which is irritating if true, because the whole thing is that it's a mini PC. It should not overheat. I think maybe I'll try putting Ubuntu on it or something to see how that goes. It might just be a piece of shit. Could be. Yeah, I guess voice would be interesting for that. I was thinking about building a web interface for that. That was originally my goal, and then I kind of set that project aside, but I could run that from a little Pi server and just have it always available. Ultimately, I would like to have tied it into my Stream Deck so that I just have like a panel of all the consoles right there. Bang. Can switch between them. And there have been mods coming out that, oh gosh, it would just be so much work. But one of the remaining issues is basically you could almost automate a whole authentic retro console setup. But some of the barriers were like wireless controllers, wireless power on, because you still would have to get up and turn the dang console on, right? The other thing would be like, what about the physical media? I like using the physical media, but if you really wanted it to be like, you don't have to get up and go over to it, you'd have to do like EverDrives or disk emulation, disk drive replacements, that sort of thing. But there's been a lot of cool new mods. There's definitely, I think it was it GameCube? It was something where they had, you could turn the console on and off via the controller. What do I use for remoting into my Pis? Just any terminal. Just SSH. No desktops involved here. Yeah, I think lately I've just been feeling like a bit overworked, a bit lonely, and a bit sad. Ups and downs, comes and goes. The Pis I have are a not even, it doesn't even have a version on the PCB. I think it's one of the first. It just says Raspberry Pi 2011.12. That's it. So I think this is one of the first ones. And then the other two are Raspberry Pi 3B version 1.2. So I think they're both first version Raspberry Pi 3s. It seems like you should always wait with the Raspberry Pis. If you get the first one, you're going to get the one that is about to be usurped by the next one that comes out very shortly after. Usually like a B or a B plus or, whatever. Yeah. I think one thing for me, setting aside the whole wider world issues, something for me that has been rough is just like, I hardly hang out with anybody anymore. And I miss that a lot. I can't tell if anybody wants me around. And I don't know. Sometimes I put myself out there, but then if nothing happens, then I'm like, maybe they don't want me around. So that's a thing. Yeah, I think everybody's perception of me now is like that I work all the time, which is not inaccurate. And I'm glad I'm working. I mean, if I hadn't got the job that I have, we would be in absolutely shit shape. So I'm not, I don't know. I mean, working in the general sense sucks, but I'm glad that I am. Nevertheless, you know. But, you know, my only social interactions, you guys see them all. It's here, stream, or in Discord, wherever you see me talk there. There is no, I have like no interior life. It's the ultimate parasocial relationship. I basically just snap into existence whenever you see me talking. And then whenever you don't, I just don't exist anymore. Yeah. It's always difficult to talk about because I don't want to offend anybody, but there's a difference. There's just different tiers of like social interaction, right? This sort of thing is just a one to many relationship, and I'm like projecting myself at you guys. And it's not like, it's not equivalent to a friendship. And I mean that in the friendliest way possible. I extremely value this, of course. Like, it's the only place where there's like a group of people I can talk to who have similar views and interests to myself. Did Twitch say that to you? You chose not to send your previous message. I don't even know what kind of scenario you managed to trigger there. What, like, how does it know what you chose? I don't even understand. What does that mean? Yeah, Twitch is gaslighting you, I guess. I love you mean gas lamping. I know that you're not supposed to. I, gaslighting is not funny, but I feel like it is in a friendly context. But I do find the idea of gaslighting somebody that it's gas lamping actually is just a very funny. That's just good. It is just good. Can you still IRC into Twitch chat? I thought it was all dead. I thought they killed that. Huh. I almost wanted to bug you about something, Dav, but I don't know if I should bug you about it. But I know that you did a lot of fun terminal rendering stuff. And I kind of got it in my mind of like, there's surprisingly little, or at least if there is any, I haven't found it, but there's surprisingly little Twitch app, like streamer app type stuff on Linux. At least I'll admit I didn't look very hard yet. But I started wondering, like, I wonder if you could make an entire Twitch dashboard that is just a terminal rendered thing. You know, like kind of like how you have those whole ass interfaces like BTOP or whatever, but you have like a chat section and you have an activity log, meaning like subs, gift subs, follows, bits, etc. All that stuff as well, all in a terminal display. Because I kind of hate all of the applications that do that stuff. Every single one of them. But emotes would be a problem, I think. I think you'd be fucked on emotes, especially all the like extension emotes, like BBTV or whatever it's called. I would also have a lot to learn there because I've never built anything like that. The dynamic terminal UI stuff I was doing was all through a Rust library, which has since died, but got forked and now lives on as Ratatouille. Fantastic library. Interesting. So you're saying I'd have to learn Rust. Rust is like new and better C, right? Just checking to see if this ignites a religious war suddenly. It's like C, but fast. No, I know it is. I know it is. I think the second thing I just said is even worse. Oh. Yeah, I had the impression it was kind of a new darling in the developer world. I don't want to use it anymore, Dav. I don't want to use it anymore. I don't want to use it anymore. Holy shit, Rust is that old? I feel like it feels new to me. I'm dying, y'all. I'm dying. Is Rust that difficult? It seems like it would be a pretty useful language. I don't know enough about it, really. I assume it's fairly low level, given the performance. Wow, that's wild. I mean, I would have to learn that stuff for the first time, Dev. I'm a degenerate. I didn't learn on the ancient languages. I didn't read the ancient texts. Most of the code I've ever written has been JavaScript, so I'm all fucked up. That's like learning how to program backwards. That's like teaching yourself wrong on purpose. Most of my programming experience is setting up an IDE so it looks all nice and I'm happy with it, and then just never writing any code. But yeah, I don't know. I want to expand my horizons a bit, so I keep thinking about what would be good personal projects for me to take on. Um, and Twitch always comes to mind. For a long time, I've wanted to write my own um, event handler thing, uh, because I've never cared for any of the ones that I've ever used. Stream Elements is definitely the best of the ones I've used, but I don't like it either. Ultimately, end of the day, Streamlabs was fucking terrible. And I like the idea of writing a sort of like core Twitch event handler as a sort of standalone app that then acts as a bridge for like any other thing I want to do. I think the toughest part of really replacing an alert system is the actual like alert editor itself. of like, you know, I I don't know enough about like how you build editable canvases, those sorts of interfaces. That seems hard. Tokyo? Is this a Rust library? Gotcha. Yeah, I mean maybe I can noodle around with Rust and see. I will tell you that most of what I initially do is probably going to be JavaScript stuff just because that's what I know. But yeah, maybe I'll take on some Rust projects as well. Let's see. I also want to do more Lua stuff. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. Wow, you get phone notifications for offline title changes? That's crazy. Godot could be a good base for an editor. Hmm. So well, to be clear, what I was talking about there was like web-based ones. But that's an interesting thought. I hadn't considered an external editor and then like exporting something. That's interesting as a web target. Yeah. You know, something like that crossed my mind in the past, like with Phaser, for instance. Because when I was fucking around with Phaser, I was like, I could make wild stuff for alerts because this is just a game engine, so I could just do whatever. But the thing is, the reason that it's good to have an editor is that you need to like you need to be able to set up handling for scenarios. That's what makes it a big pain in the ass. Like the way they do it in Stream Elements is that you have your various different types of events, and then you can have sort of sub events essentially because you have like gift subs, and maybe you want it to do something for single gift subs. Maybe you want it to do something different for 3 gift subs and 5 gift subs and 100 gift subs, you know. And that starts to become a bit of a management nightmare. And then if you're doing it on your own, like, do you want to be tailoring each thing by hand and then scripting it out by hand to handle each thing? And then what if you want to change your theme? So that's why I had like an actual dedicated editor on my mind. Another problem area is that the really main thing that they provide, that like these external alert managers provide that you don't get like from Twitch itself, is tips. They all provide some sort of tips handling. So I would have to get probably like a, if I even want it, I mean, to be honest, I would probably just say fuck it and just not have tips anymore. But on the other hand, it would be interesting to like set up a Stripe thing and get Stripe set up such that, you know, I could accept tips, but then I would have to have it, you know, publicly facing. I would have to host it somewhere, and so it's sort of like that opens up a whole other can of worms. So maybe not so much. I don't know. Uh, But yeah, projects. I don't know. I ran out of stuff to say about it. Hmm. That's interesting, then. You say easily, Dav, but I feel like for me, it still doesn't come easily. I want to get to a point where things like that come easily to me. Oh, nice. You're using searching. Have you had any troubles with setting it? Have you set it as your default search for your browsers? And have you had any trouble with it? Because I have. It annoys me very much. I don't know what I did wrong or if I did anything wrong at all, but sometimes I'll do a search in the browser and it's supposed to kick over to the whatever your default search engine is that you have it set up. And sometimes it will just bring up the front page of searching and the query was not passed through, and so then I have to retype my query, and I don't know why that happens. And I tried looking up like how to fix that, what the fuck's going on with that. Yeah, it happened for me in Chrome too. It doesn't always happen though. It's intermittent. So I feel like I set it up correctly, but sometimes it doesn't work. Oh well. Yeah. It's an interesting idea, Dav. I think you're just more knowledgeable than I am, so you can visualize it better than I can. Because I was just sitting here like imagining the Godot interface, and I'm like, how make that do thing want? But as with anything, it's just because I haven't spent any time trying to do such things. Just more stuff to learn. Anywho, I think I've expended the little bit of energy that I did have, so I'm gonna crawl away. But thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry it was just a check-in. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be feeling better. I think the cold is getting to me as well. It is extremely cold in my office right now. The heaters cannot keep up with this insane cold snap. So until next time, everybody, have a good night. Try to, I don't know, distract yourself, I guess. Remain calm. I will see you guys later. Good night.